Hello there YouTube, I'm the Professor and this is Video Game University. Our mission at VGU is to educate gamers on video games, some well known, some less common. We will also be occasionally covering video games memorabilia. It was when I attended university that my education in classic video games truly started. I wish to pass on all that I have learned to you. I will also be covering everything from Atari games, Sega Genesis, all the way up to the original Xbox and some PC titles. Now that we have the intro out of the way, let's get into the real reason you're watching this. Video games. This is my oldest console, the Sega Genesis Model 2, originally released in 1994 and known as the Mega Drive outside the US. This is my second console, and my most rare. I will do a full review on this console later, but let me just sum up why this console is so great. It not only plays Sega CD games and Sega Genesis, but was also a portable CD player. Although a CD player has a feature pretty laughable these days, CDs were the future back then. This next console was before its time, and it paid for it. The Sega Dreamcast. There are many reasons this console failed. Rampant game piracy, the PS2 being able to play DVDs. But just because it failed does not make it a bad console. There are a lot of games that I want to show off for this console. That covers everything I have from Sega. This is the first console we had at my house, the Nintendo 64. Sadly, our original Nintendo 64 died, and this is a replacement my sister bought a few years back, which she is letting me borrow currently. Man, that thing's heavy. This is the first console that was all mine. My original Xbox, which is coincidentally Microsoft's first console. I have not had many problems with this, unlike the 360 that people are saying they're getting the red ring of death, it messes up games. The only problem I've had with this console is the connection between the internal power supply, which is somewhere in here, and that outlet plug. It broke the two soldering points. But luckily I had a donor Xbox, and I just pulled one power supply from that and put it in this one. Now it works perfectly. This is my only clone console. It is the Atari Flashback 2 with 40 built-in games. It's pretty good. It seems to emulate them very well. The controllers are pretty much original Atari. They'll play on your original one if you decide to do that. And there's one great thing about this that the original Atari did not have, which it has the yellow and the red cable, so you don't have to mess with an RF switch. Now that covers all of my TV consoles. Now on to handhelds. First up is my PlayStation Portable, Model 2000, also known as the Slim. Let's see what game I have in here. Sega Genesis Collection. Very good game. Emulates them very well. Next up is my Game Boy Advance. It's a very good handheld. It plays everything back to the original Game Boy. The only downside is it does not have a backlight. Let's see what game we have in here. WarioWare. Very good game. I also did have an original Game Boy Color, but I misplaced it a few years back, which is mainly the reason I got my Game Boy Advance. Sadly, it's still missing, and I hope to find it soon, so I can do a little review. Well, that covers all my consoles. Please leave a comment, as this is my first video, and any feedback would be a great help. Thank you for watching, and see you next time on VGU.